Hey guys, today I'm off the homestead and I'm in Dallas, Texas at the Pastured Poultry Conference. And in today's video, we're going to be talking to speakers and vendors and attendees and showing you guys what this conference is all about. And also I'm speaking at this event. Just registered, I'm legit, guys. Speaking on Saturday. Who's the person that would come to this event? Like, who do you think that person is?
Anybody who's interested in raising any type of pastured poultry, turkeys, ducks, chickens, whatever.
No matter what, like, they're doing it for themselves or they're doing farming?
If you have 5 birds, if you have 5,000, if you have 500,000, you know, the largest pastured poultry producer in the United States, Pasture Bird, is here today. Yeah. And I get to hang out with him, and that's great. Yeah. Because if you're doing it at home or if you're doing it for a business, all the philosophy is the same. You know, we're here because the rising tide lifts all ships. All that free sharing of information is going to make everybody better.
So my name is Mike Badger. I'm the Executive Director of the American Pastured Poultry Producers Association. We just call it APA for short because there's a lot of words. We are a trade association of pastured poultry farmers from across the country who really focus on education, networking, collaboration, and just kind of helping everybody grow better pasture-raised chicken. And we've been around as an organization since 1997. Joel Salatin was a founding member of the organization as a response to his success with pastured poultry profits in the early 90s or in mid 90s. And so we kind of got off the ground and running in 97, and we've been printing and publishing information ever since. And for the last 7 years, we've been doing this Pastured Poultry Conference. This year, we've really put an emphasis onto the homesteading community and just knowing that all the principles that our growers use applies at a smaller family scale when you want to raise 50 or 100 meat birds. And so our idea is really to just bring all those people together, learn from one another, and grow pastured poultry. And some people will naturally want to do a business, and some people will naturally just want to not. And that's okay, but that's kind of where we're at. Check it out, a lot of basic information to get you started, kind of the foundation stuff. And then we post a lot of stuff in our members only section, newsletter archives, training sessions and videos and stuff like that. And yeah, so we're all pastured poultry, that's what we live and breathe.
My name is Angela. I am the owner at 413 Farm. I work at the Dallas Farmers Market on the weekend. We're a year-round market. I started off at the Farmers Market selling frozen chicken, pork, and beef, and took the Salatin Marketing School. And that launched my career into serving restaurants. But the wholesale rate was really tough to work with. So that launched my journey into hot and ready food service at the farmers market. I went from selling whole pigs to restaurants for $3 a pound to turning them into bratwursts and selling them at the farmers market for $40 a pound. And I sell them for $10 each. The profit margin is incredible compared to raw, frozen, grab and go for home cooking.
Convenience, right?
Right, yes. Millennials have been pushing for non-GMO, pasture-raised meat, grab-and-go foods. They don't want to so much cook it at home, but if we prepare it for them, they'll come for it.
All right, guys, I'm here with Mitch. He's an old friend.
Yeah, buddy.
At this point, right?
An old friend, 2.5 years, that's right.
Yeah, so Mitch took one of our chicken processing classes flew from Utah. All right, so we have Mitch here helping out today.
Hey, what's up?
What are you doing here, Mitch? What brings you here?
Last minute.
And he was the only one that signed up that day.
Yeah.
And he had a personal class.
Yeah, and I didn't appreciate it at the time, I'll be honest, because you were kind of like, whoa, from Utah. And I'm like, man, if someone was in North Carolina and they came out to Utah for something we were doing, I was like, that'd be amazing. Like, anyway, it was awesome.
No, I still tell this story to everybody. I was like, this one guy came out, he flew, and he took a chicken back with him on the plane.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and then it got lost, and so I was super mad, but I found it and we ate it. It was delicious, but it took a minute.
So what are you doing here today?
Oh man, we're in our second year of operation, or third year now, and
that's from where? Where's your farm?
we're in Oakley, Utah. We raise pastured poultry, and we are starting our cattle herd. It's called Three Springs Land and Livestock. But the reason I came out to this is just we kind of like scaled from 130 birds our first year on 2 Salatin tractors. We did 1,000 birds last year on 2 prairie schooners, and now it's just like, okay, we need to get more efficient with what we're doing already, and we see huge demand. We're already sold out of our meat for the year, and we have 60 months until the rest of our meat comes, until it comes again. So how can we like do 2,000, 3,000 birds and then be more efficient? So yeah, that's why, I mean, just to get to know a lot of people is pretty cool too.
Welcome to the Kenco sponsored lunch and presentation today. By energizing a perimeter fence with high voltage.
But I find it valuable for people like us that are on the smaller spectrum, because we're learning from people's stories, like telling us like how they started, the mistakes that they made, to do this, to not do that, to this cut of meat sells better than that cut of meat, you know, and that's very valuable for somebody that's about to do this stuff.
Yeah. And I like the shirt. Some butt fruit. All right, I'm here with John Siskovich. First time meeting you, man. Guys, I use his chicken tractor design. He has designs. He made a book. I use it. I remember in my office job in 2015 or so.
Yeah.
And I came upon your videos.
So that's great.
And I was like, I think that's the chicken tractor I want to build if I ever get land and want to do chickens. And here I am meeting you, man. So I'm excited to meet you. So what are you doing here?
Anytime I need inspiration, I turn to the Sow the Land channel. It's like him and Austin from Homesteading, using the chicken tractors, putting it into action, and it's so fun to see the different iterations and how things are used over time. And so coming to the APA conference, why am I here? This is my tribe. These are my people. It's a place that when you're coming to, there's over 300 people at the conference today, and they're all poultry producers. Some people are pre-poultry producers where they're thinking about starting their first flock, whether it's meat or eggs. And some people are doing 100,000 birds. And what's wonderful about the whole ethos of this organization, it's breaking down barriers to entry, and there's no trade secrets. It's chickens. We're raising chickens. The information is evergreen, but we're evolving to an adapting market of how people interact with chickens, whether you're trying to get it, sell them for money, or if you're just raising them for yourself because you want more nutritious food. There's tracks for everything here, and if you've ever had any question that you want answered, there's all the professionals are here, all the pros are here, all the vendors, and everybody just wants to help each other. And that's great.
It's not like competition or nothing. We're all kind of on the same trail and trying to figure it all out, and it's great to actually meet somebody and like they've been there, done that. You know, if I'm thinking about something. So it's good to talk to those people. And
you learn something every year that you go. I've been going for 5 years now, something. And the first one was like 60 people, small rooms, and it was the same sentiment then than it is now. But depending on where you are in your journey, you learn something new every time you go.
Look at this bag. That's a purse, a chicken purse. I've never seen that. That's a crazy chicken lady bag. So this is Vendor Alley. There's a bunch of vendors here having to do with like poultry, farming, and we're just going to be talking to some vendors today. So we have an aluminum 5x6 chicken coop. This is amazing. So you built this?
Yes, we build them in LaGrange, Indiana.
Okay. And you have different sizes in these?
We do. We have this, a 6x10, a 10x12, a 12x12, and a 12x24.
Let's try to move this thing then.
All right.
So when you lift that up, this is the handle.
Yep.
And then when you lift that up, the wheels go down?
Yes, watch. You've got 3 levers working for you. You've got this lever, the C bracket here, and then our mounting point on the U bracket above the wheel. Gives you a lot of mechanical advantage. You lift about 70% of the coop just by lifting this handle.
So that's the wire there, pulleys, it lifts this up. All right, I'm here with one of the speakers today, Brooks.
Hey guys.
So he spoke like, what, 3 times today?
3 times, yeah.
What'd you speak about today?
3 times. Nobody fell asleep, I don't think. So
No,
that's great.
I did.
Today we talked about a couple different things. First we talked about just direct marketing in general and kind of what are the 3 key ingredients that a direct marketing business needs to compete with, again, the grocery store, the other options that are out there, which is trust, quality, and convenience. And then we dug into, okay, how do we use those principles to go out there, acquire a customer, and keep that customer buying from you and really build a strong foundational relationship with them.
Right.
And at the end we wrapped up talking about accessibility and how to use major carriers like UPS and FedEx to get products shipped directly to your customer's home and be as convenient, trying to get as close to being as convenient to what they're used to from buying in places like ButcherBox and Amazon. And because we think that can make a big difference if farms can just be easier to buy from, make it easier to serve customers.
What do you think is important for somebody to come to an event like this? Like, what's like a big takeaway? Like,
a big takeaway, so we started direct marketing 20 years ago. We spun our wheels for about 10 years and really didn't gain any traction until we finally realized that, okay, we obviously don't know what we're doing, but there's clearly people out there who are having success, so let's just go to them and try to get answers. There's nothing new under the sun. The answers are out there.
Right.
So that's when we started traveling to conferences. The Grass-Fed Exchange was a big early conference for us. What it came down to was just finding the answers that were out there and being willing to go talk to other people and get advice. So I think that's what you get out of events like APA and just getting off the farm.
And then where people can find you if they want to know more information.
So you guys can find me at foodchainwars.com. There's a little podcast that my brother and I host where we talk all about direct marketing, and the whole premise, Food Chain Wars, is to help you climb the value chain, capture the entire food dollar, and sell direct to consumers. So it's a lot of fun, and you can find us there.
That's 3, 4. That's why they give you extras.
So this is what homesteaders and farmers do. We have a Pastured Poultry Olympics. They need to get the chickens, which are balloons, into the other brooder, and they're timed. You're on camera, John.
All right. Take my lead. On your mark. Get set. Go. There it is.
Don't fall out. I'm losing mine. Oh, well, I brought 2 back.
First.
I'm here with my new friend Joe from Joe's Farm.
That's right. How's it going, everybody?
So where are you from? What are you doing here?
Yep, 3 Rivers, Michigan. That's where we farm. I'm here to, well, serve on the board, but learn a lot from other producers, how they're doing things differently, different systems they use, products they use, and stuff like that.
And then so, like, if somebody is looking to go to this type of conference, this conference, this APA conference, like, who is the person that should come?
Anybody who has any interest in pastured poultry, because there are from every stage, from beginner or not even started yet, but thinking about it, to producers producing literally 1 million birds a year.
Okay, so no matter if I'm like homesteader, which I am, but like I'm not really selling.
Yep, that's fine, because it's not always about selling. It's Pastured Poultry Producers Association. So if you're even just producing, and even for your family and not for anybody else, it's worth coming.
Okay, that's right. And I agree with that, because I've known about this conference for years. I just always felt like I wasn't at that level.
There's nothing. There's nothing about. You don't have to be a seller.
Which
it's just someone who wants to.
Yeah, being here, I understand that now.
Even honestly,
I think
like
prior I didn't.
Yeah, we even get some people that are just consumers, and they just wanna know what to look for in their food.
That's a good idea.
So like, I'm looking for a farmer that meets these criteria because I learned what to look for at the APA conference.
Right.
I'm Cameron. I work for Local Hens. It's a free farm directory. We have about 3,000 farms right now, and it's just been growing like crazy lately. So what we do is we just try and connect farms with the consumers. So you go on, sign up. It's totally free to make a profile. You can upload pictures, your farm story, links to the places you sell, links to your website. We feature farms 2 a week on our social media and our newsletter. So we really are just trying to get the word out about the farms and give you as much exposure as possible, because I think marketing is one of the hardest parts of getting started sometimes when you're farming. So yeah, go check out localhens.com.
That's cool. All right, I'm here with Grace Cart. What's Grace Cart?
Grace Cart is an e-commerce platform that's purpose-built for the farm-to-fork industry. I'm Brent Moore. I'm the COO of Grace Cart.
Like if I have a farm and I have beef or poultry to sell, I can sell in Grace Cart. Correct. Is that how it is?
You betcha. All the apps and digital marketing tools that we have with MailChimp and Drip, those integrations are really, key to growing your customer base and maximizing profits.
This is New Country Organics. This is where I get all my totes of feed. Those big totes of feed that you guys see me unload in my horse barn. This is where I get it from New Country.
It's typically when people get to about 450 to 500 chickens, they're washing eggs by hand. That's about 480 eggs a day. There becomes a need for handling the systems a little more efficiently because not only do you wash the eggs, but you got to dry the eggs. So the machine comes equipped with a candler so that you can load the eggs and you can see the quality of the eggshell, so that if there are any cracked ones, you can throw them in a bucket. The machine goes through, hot water is introduced to the machine, it sprays onto the eggs, washes residue off with these soft brushes. As it continues down, the eggs are still wet. They wash again down across those rollers. They come out to the conveyor. The eggs roll out, they come across this conveyor. There are two blowers that dry the eggs. So by the time the eggs get to here, they're dry. The table folds out. You pack the egg cartons, and the system is ready now to put the eggs away. They're ready to ship, ready to sell.
Okay, why is this so big?
Why is it so big? So you can either put more birds in it, or you can also do like turkeys.
Okay.
So you're just trying to increase your efficiency. My name's Eric Stromberg, and I'm with Stromberg's Chicks and Game Birds, and we pride ourselves on being the one-stop poultry shop. So essentially what we sell is anything from egg to table. So whether you want to incubate your eggs, and anything to raise your birds all the way up to processing.
And people can buy this all on your website?
All on our website, yep.
Okay.
Yep, strombergschickens.com. And we also have a catalog. You can go online and request our catalog.
Okay, so you just gave me this lung remover.
Yep, lung remover. So
I've never used a lung remover. We never use this, so
I'm treating him right. I'm letting him demo a lung remover. Treat yourself. You won't be scraping the lungs out anymore. You'll be using this tool. Life-changing. Just try it.
Okay.
I promise.
I'm gonna use it and I'm gonna email you and tell you how I did it.
If I'm wrong, let me know.
Or I'll show it in a video.
Okay, sounds good. If I'm that wrong, definitely show it in a video. But I guarantee you'll like it.
Okay, cool. Joel Salatin's gonna be here as well speaking, and this is the first book I've read of Joel Salatin's, Pastured Poultry for Profits. I read this when I was in California before we made the move to North Carolina, and I was like, okay, I get it. I read this book, I think it took me 2 days to read this book. It was I was so intrigued and interested in it, and it was a huge inspiration for us.
So we mostly specialize in custom printed egg cartons, and then stock items like generic cartons and filler flats, 15 dozen boxes, things like that.
If I was selling eggs, I could put my logo on whatever I want on this?
That's right.
Okay. Is there what's the lowest order I can order? Is there a minimum?
Yep, so 10,000 on these, and our price is about 22 cents delivered.
What's your website?
It's anchorpack.net, P-A-C-K.
It's Tom from McMurray Hatchery.
Hey.
Okay, so this is an automatic coop.
This is an automatic coop mover.
Coop mover, okay.
Yep, so the whole idea is that you would mount our coop mover to the front of your tractor, your coop, your range coop, whatever you have, and that it would move your coop while you're away. Currently, we have two models. One model moves your coop, one model moves your coop and provides a 4,000 volt electric fence.
So it's all through the app?
It's all through an app. We'll press move.
So as soon as you make a move, then you take a pause, then it's ready to move again.
So that's a manual move, that's a single move. If you hit go on this, you can walk away and it'll move your tractor length a day while you're away.
So you have to attach it to something?
Yeah, for Salatin style tractors, up to 3, 4, 5 of those connected, we call that fleet mode, you can just use a T-post. The whole unit runs on solar power from an included solar panel. We don't have any batteries. We store all the energy on our controller on supercapacitors.
So this part's attached and then it pulls it.
Here we go?
Yeah.
Well, at some point, wanted to take a vacation and came up with an original, really basic version of this. And So we had just loaded everything up with water and feed before leaving, and then this took care of the movement for 9 days.
Wow, it's like, how bad do you want to go on vacation, right?
Yeah, it's kind of that.
This bad.
Yeah, this bad.
We need to create something. Yeah, that's cool. All right, this is day 3 of the Pastured Poultry Conference, and today, this morning, I'm speaking, the first speaker of the day. To be honest, I am kind of nervous. I've spoken before. It's been a few years, but you know, it's nervous. I think that's natural to be nervous. I shouldn't be, but. All right, I'm about to do my talk today, and Ginger from McMurray Hatchery is going to introduce me.
Yep.
Thanks for doing that, Ginger.
I'm super excited. We've gotten to know Jason and Lorraine over the past couple years, and they've been to the hatchery and met us, and you might have seen his video when he came to Iowa. And his story is a great one. That's why we wanted him to come here. So he's going to share a little bit about his journey and where he's going and his venture into more pastured poultry.
That was us prepping our first garden, you know. All of a sudden you grow a tomato plant and you got to buy a flannel and grow there. A straw hat, you know, like brand new chore boots from Walmart. Like we lived apart, but we had no idea. Like we bought a chicken coop, but we had no chickens. All right, I just got out of my talk and it went well. Like I was a little nervous in the beginning, but I had a few people come up to me saying they really enjoyed it. So thank you everyone who came out. I really appreciate it. I guess the biggest takeaway from my talk was like, get the chickens, you'll figure it out. I mean, you can think about this stuff, overthink it for so long, but once you get them, you'll start to find ways how to bring the cost down. You'll start to find ways how to cut corners and figure out how to raise these birds in a good, healthy way and provide food for your family. Kind of our story and how we moved out here to North Carolina and quitting my job and all that. So it was fun just to tell my story live, you know, in person. So I appreciate all you guys being there, listening to me talk, and coming to this event.
Yeah.
So what are we doing, guys? We're about to do 5 questions right now?
5 questions.
For your YouTube channel?
Yes.
What YouTube channel is that?
The Naked Gardeners.
Yes.
How do you spell that?
N-A-K-I-D.
All right. I'll put you guys' link down there so we could do this. But we're doing 5 questions right now. So
I think it's 5 questions.
Look at the link, and then you can see me doing 5 questions.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Your class is great this morning.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Understand.
Thank you.
All the things you're talking about are how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Trying to get started. So.
Oh, I just met you guys this week. So what's your names? Where are you guys from?
I'm Carrie.
Dan.
We're the Snyders, and we're up in North Texas in a small town called Munster.
And what brings you guys here today? Are you guys farming?
We have cows, pigs, chickens, but this is more for retirement. We're not necessarily trying to make a living. Most of the people here are, but we figured we could learn a lot by just being around people who know this and who also are trying to learn.
Yeah, you're at homestead.
Yeah, we're really interested in just raising healthy food for us and our family and sharing it with the kids and grandkids. So.
That's amazing.
And on my business side of it, I'm a CPA and attorney, and I've got a lot of clients that are farmers and ranchers, and I know some of them are going to be going into this. And so the more I know about the process, then the better help I can be. I can do my job better. So,
and personally, I'm a nurse, so I see what healthy eating and food does for people. So kind of like you, where your health took you on this journey, I can see where you're coming from. So.
All right. Okay, we're at another vendor, and I'm seeing an automatic chicken coop. Is that right?
Yes. So the name of my company is Chicktopia. Spelt with just 1 K. It's all solar panels and lithium-ion batteries. And the systems that we do have automated are namely automated feeding, automated watering systems, and these coops also have automated movement. Currently, all of our coops are remote controlled. So for a farmer to get this coop moved, all it takes for them to do is to simply just go out there and press 1 button on a remote control.
You have something online where people can watch this in action?
Yes.
Some videos?
Yeah, we have a TikTok at just Chicktopia on TikTok. We've got
a website?
We have a website, so it's chicktopia.us.
Yeah, sure, I get it. Because honestly, when it comes right down to it, in a certain way anyway, is pretty much all his fault. All right?
What I liked about this conference is that it was about a specific thing, pastured poultry. There wasn't a bunch of different topics that you had to choose from to go to attend and hear someone speak about. It was about one thing, you know, any kind of pastured poultry, ducks, turkeys, chickens. The very first conference, there was 40 people, and now it has grown to about 300 people, and next year it's gonna be even bigger. And I would hope that I can go every single year, even just to attend and hang out and learn some stuff. Sometimes it's hard to leave the homestead, but when you do get home after an event like that, you feel recharged, you have a different perspective, you have different things that you want to get into. And so I cannot wait to get this pastured chicken season started, because we have more chicks coming. We have our first batch of 75 meat chickens come in about 2 months, and we're gonna be raising at least 100 more meat chickens this year than normal. So that's gonna be fun. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.